talk about another of the common errors that I see made by ESL writers. And this is proper tense for verbs. In the next slide, we see that the tense is important, and people sometimes have trouble going from the discussion or going from the results to the discussion section. And a good tip here is that what you did in the past should be stated in the past tense. So you performed the work already, write that in the past tense. So say, I collected these data, or I performed a centrifugation step, or what have you. Now, events or objects that continue to happen or exist may be discussed in the present tense. When someone reads your discussion section, this is the first time they are reading the discussion section, and therefore this is present tense. So you should write in present tense in the discussion section, and you'll find that you will be able to do so in fewer words than if you write in past tense or even future tense or some other tense. So active tense is the best tense to use for the discussion. So you would say, in this paper, I examine, not I examined, because when the reader reads it, they are seeing your thoughts for the first time. Events that will take place in the future can be stated in the future tense. And make sure that when you have these options to choose a tense, that you are consistent. In other words, if you choose the past perfect tense for the discussion maybe, then you should use that throughout the discussion. In the next slide, we continue on our discussion of tips. Write with the active verbs. And I stress doing this when possible because they not only shorten your sentences, but they strengthen your sentences. Passive verbs generally require more words. And the more words you use to support a thought or an idea, the more words there are for the reader to hang or to go astray, to be led astray. So if you say things concisely and very carefully and accurately, the reader is really only able to think along one's lines. If you put more words in the sentence, the sentence starts to lose its structure, and the reader can go awry in their thinking. Now, an example is given here on the bottom of the slide, where if you spot a by in the sentence, you can just flip the sentence around to strengthen the sentence. So in this sentence, in the example I give, I say, that review was overruled by a third reviewer. Now, what I do when I'm editing is I look for this and I see overruled by, and I ask myself, can I get rid of that, or can I get rid of the was? And what I do in this case is flip it around, and then I would say a third reviewer overruled that review. So we've gotten rid of the was, and we've gotten rid of the by. And you can see, even by looking at the screen, that the sentence is a little bit shorter.